Fantastic news, newbie! You're being promoted, and your first task in your new position is to build and place a yak mill stopover by Gecko Station. Here's a diagram. Bye-bye now. Huh? Well, no, you'd be making exactly the same, just with this additional responsibility. It's more about the prestige of being promoted. As a matter of fact, there have been a lot of people complaining about the quality of your work as of late. I didn't want to say it, but actually, this task to build and place a yak mill stopover by the Gecko Station is a punishment. Do this thing for me, and I'll let you off the hook for all your recent bad behavior. Gosh, you're so lucky to have a cool boss like me. I'm glad we had this chat. Good luck.
Have a good day.
Why, I was just...
Hi.
Hey, I thought the whole point of dragging you out here was getting you to relax, so relax.
A book and quiet. I am relaxing. Or at least I was.
Ah, don't be like that. You're going to wreck your posture. Half the time hunched over a book, the other half a pottery wheel. Before you know it, you're gonna look like you're pushing 90. This, of course, is the only way to properly relax with a book. The sun, it burns. I'm melting. Save me. So now that you're out, you're having fun, aren't you? You know it's not easy convincing you, don't you?
Indeed.
You see, this is what you get when you win an argument with my sister. Hours of back-breaking labor, followed by terse acknowledgement at best. Which is all completely worthwhile. In any case, I think this all proves that I ought to be listened to once in a while.
To constructive advice, brother. Of course. I'm all ears. But do remember that we didn't leave the harshness of Sandrock just to lie around here with books on our faces.
I pray that you speak no more of that place. My heart can hardly handle its very mention. Have you ever been to Sandrock? Well, to travel, sure. But I wouldn't dream of trying to ever work there as a builder. There's not much that needs building, and hardly any ruins of value to dive in. Our home is on a plateau, and a visit, one could enjoy the scenery, but when the holidays are over, the tourists go home, and locals like us are left to bake in a kiln. I had to work in a quarry all day, and I didn't have a cool boss like Rocky. One can only bear so much humiliation for daily bread. Finally, I just quit, and shortly after, Amirah and I made the journey here to Sandrock. This place has its faults, but one mustn't forget to see the trees with the forest. I might not be so impartial, but I've never enjoyed such freedom as being my own boss here in Sandrock. And it's all because you brought me here and helped me get started, Am. I won't forget your kindness.
We're family. Besides, you have also been a great help to me. The true kindness is that of our parents. They gave up everything to send us here.
Don't you worry. Pretty soon my shop is going to be raking it in. We'll take care of Ma and Pa. You just enjoy life.
Confidence is one thing, brother. But perhaps you should wait to boast till after you've a little more to show for yourself.
Wow, I've never had anyone rooting for me before. Hold on. What's this pressure I'm feeling? I'll work twice as hard to live up to your expectations.
Indeed. Follow through on such words. Do not take other supports for granted. Don't get cocky, Arvio. Need I remind you of the cash crunch incident involving your supplier not long ago?
Oh, come on, Am. That's so last year. Let's live in the present. Have you tasted the food? That Owen, what a genius. You need to get the recipe.
Oh, brother.
What?
How are you?
I take it you got our letter? My, that Burgess. That child went around to everyone in town to check up on their wellness. He has such a big heart. The results he came back with, I must say, were rather shocking. 80% of those who took the survey reported that they were at least suffering some form of anxiety. Some from the gigglers, some from the state of things. So I got together with our resident expert in fun, Katori here, and... Well, Katori, why don't you tell our fine builder friend here what we came up with?
It's my pleasure, Minister. I must thank you again for getting the church to support this project. See now, way I see it, the only cure to these psychological drudgery type have-you-do, how-do-you-do's is one word: entertainment. Seeing as Gecko Station has recently become unoccupied, we now have the opportunity to turn a negative into a positive. I present to you sand sledding. But we won't call it that. No, too simple. We'll call it sand running. Sounds sleek and sophisticated. Something the youth can identify with. Our tourism profits will quintuple overnight, and the mental health crisis, I assume, will also be resolved.
This is where you come in, builder. We need you to help us build up some of the things involved in creating such an attraction.
I've already explained our needs to Mianne. She'll be making the sand sleds. I need you to help us make the sign-in table. Here is the diagram. I drew it up myself. When you're done, please install north of the old Giegler building.
How lovely! I love it when a plan comes together. Looking forward to seeing what the two of you come up with.
Tell this to that Duvos Emperor!
Now that's what I call prudence.
But what can a...
So long, partner.
Thank goodness it's here. Let's see the result. The taste is wonderful. I feel brain caffeinated, concentration maxed out, work engaged. Now, where was I? Satellite analysis. It's like calculating elliptical movements using integrals. Cancel out this, introduce auxiliary variables, then plug it into this formula. So the integral constant here is also the time where it passes periastron. The vector expression of the spacecraft is the same as the elliptical trajectory. That is to... you must be fascinated too. How selfish of me to keep all this beautiful science to myself. Come, take a look. I understand. You wish to observe my work, correct? Good, good. Learning through thorough analysis and practice is always efficient. This equation represents the reflectivity of the craft. This is to understand the necessary pressure resistance, and here's the atmospheric density inside the craft. But of course, I don't have to tell you that. Now, I'm sure you know that when shielded by the Earth, the sun's radiation does not affect the craft, or at least is largely reduced. But unshielded, the temperature rises astronomically. But for now, we should put this aside. It wouldn't dramatically affect the trajectory. I can't seem to find my journal. Forget it. I'll start another one. In my research, the acceleration caused by solar wind, surface to mass ratio. My journal! Where did you find it? So much of my research is now returned. Thank you. I highly appreciate it.
He's doing it again! That's it! I want this cat gone! Out of here right this minute! Get rid of it!
So glad you're here. You like kitty cats, don't ya? Well, our new friend Banjo here is in a bit of a pickle. See, he can't seem to stop marking territory around the ranch and everywhere in our homestead. Now my pa wants to kick him to the curb. But I know just what to do. Banjo just ain't got a place he feels like he can call his own, what with all the other animals getting their scents all over. I take it you've heard of a doghouse, yeah? Well, I got together with Hattie on the issue, and we came up with something we're calling an animal house. I've got the diagram for it right here. Can you build it up for me? Maybe this will cure Banjo's affliction, and he can safely be a pet again. Swell! In the meantime, we can keep Banjo safe at your house, at least till he's got a place of his own. Great! I'll take Banjo over right now. Oh, and before I forget, here's the diagram. Here's a cat house if I ever seen one. All we can do now is hope that this improves Banjo's condition. Thanks a lot. We'll make a critter lover out of you yet. Hey, speaking of, you thinking of adopting any of the animals in town? They ain't just cute little companions. They'll go get you some cool stuff too. It's super easy. When you have a close relationship with them, they'll stick with you like family. Just build them a bed in your home. If you don't, then, well, they gotta sleep on the ground, and you ain't a monster, are you? After you adopt them, you can name them whatever you want. But take it seriously, okay? Don't be like my old man, naming me after a yak now. Oh, and take this pet whistle. Don't matter how far your little critters are. Give this a blow and they'll come running. All right, that's about it. I ain't gonna talk your ear off no more. I'm gonna go find some cute little animals to play with.
Howdy. Be seeing you.
Thank you for watching. If you like this, like, comment, and subscribe for more, or catch me live on my Twitch.